the Gemini 2 on Crafters TV. We've made it. You've waited a long time for this day. You have been buying in your droves. We're over 50% gone. This machine is the most incredible machine. I'm going to put it out there. It's the most incredible machine that I think has been put on the market in a very, very long time. Now, at least 7 years anyway, our Nicola's saying, which is so true, isn't it? It is the Gemini launch, the Gemini 2 launch. If you've got a Gemini, we are not telling you to go out and you have to buy this machine. What we are saying, though, is in those 7 years since we bought out the Gemini, technology has evolved and it's got better, and there's so many things that we could add on to this machine. And Leanne took that decision to do that with this machine and make it this all singing, all dancing, all amazing machine, which has so many just really cool qualities about it. It's modern, it's sleek, but it's still got the same performance and precision as what you'd expect from your Gemini, the OG. I feel like it's got a new name. It's the G2. I think it's got to be the G2. We've got the OG, we've got the G2. It sounds really fast-paced and amazing, which it is, but it is the launch of the Gemini, so that means I'm not on my own. Of course I'm not. We've got one of the best people in the business to bring this machine to you. Leanne told me a few weeks ago that we were going to be doing the launch, and boy, we were dancing around the studio. That's how excited we were, because the launch is a very special thing when you're bringing a machine like this, because we're not a machine company. No, you think we are, but we're not. We're a die cutting, we're a paper crafting company. So adding this into our mix is just the most amazing thing that anyone can do. And it takes an amazing lady to do that. Now, I say amazing because this lady, right from the sort of planning in her head to what goes down on paper, to what goes on in the factories, to what goes on in the manufacturers, right to all the testing, this lady does it all. So if you've got a question, send it in, because I can shoot it across to her and it will be amazing. But let's introduce the lovely lady. She is a very good friend of mine. I've missed her loads since I've been on holiday, and I'm so thrilled to get to work with her for a full day today. Leanne, you've been a busy bee.
I have been a busy bee. I've got my ham sandwich and my bag of crisps under here, I'll not lie, and a piece of chocolate cake, just to keep the energy levels up over the next 2 hours. Not that I need that, because the excitement for launching Gemini 2, I think, is off the chart, isn't it, Debbie?
Oh, absolutely.
So proud to be here today, talking to you about this brand new machine, and really, really pleased that I'm able to share that with you.
Oh, that's so amazing. So remember, anything you want to know about the original Gemini or the Gemini 2, get your questions in, because Leanne's in the studio for the next 2 hours and you can ask her whatever you like. Because if this lady doesn't know it, no one else is going to be able to answer it for you, that's for sure. Now, we're fully social, so you can send in all your questions. They will come through to the studio. We'll try to get through as many questions as possible, or just drop us a line and say hello. Now, testimonials from you out there is really important to us. We can wax lyrical, we know how amazing the machine is, but we want you to tell us your experiences with the Gemini and with the Gemini 2 especially. If you've already bought it, maybe from HSN or QVC, you were the first ones to get it, so that's amazing in itself, and you'll know what the best qualities about this machine is. So send us your photos, send us in just test tutorials, anything that you want to say about this machine. We'd love to hear all about it. Now, the first thing about this machine, the first thing I want to say about this machine is, if you buy this machine, that's fine. You can pop that into your basket, you can check it out. But what I would say is we've got a very, very special deal on today. It's a half price deal, which is incredible. Now, I'm not going to show you, I'm under strict instructions. Me and Leanne are not allowed to show you this. The boss herself, Sarah, said, no, you can't show them, because, and I'm not kidding you, I had a look in this bag, and I'm actually a little gutted that we can't show you what's in it, but it is packed. If I told you that I counted up to 20 items in this bag and there were still lots more, I'm not kidding you. This bag is full of so many different things. Now, you can see there, this is the UK only, it's £125. You can buy that if you've got any other Gemini machine, okay? But if you pop the Gemini 2 into your basket add this one in the basket as well, nothing else, you only want these 2 items in there, you will get this bag for half the price of the £25, making that £62.50. 62.50. That is amazing. So you will get that half price and then half price again. Now you can only get it that double half price if you buy it with your Gemini, and you can only check those out together. It's some magic we've got in the system that allows you to do that. Check those out. Don't put anything else in your basket, and they will be the quickest way to get these to you, and you'll get that discounted bag. And boy, can I tell you, there is so much in here. We've got edibles, there is creator cards, there's stamps and dies, there's embossing folders. There is so much in that bag. I promise you, you will not be sorry for grabbing that one. And actually, it's a good deal if you just want to get it half price and you're not going to go for the machine today. So that's a really good one. Another one on top of that, I have to tell you, which is an absolute Brucey bonus, 1,000, yes, 1,000 points will be added to your Club Inspire. That is incredible in itself. I know lots of people in the comments this morning have been saying they've gone up that tier. Some have been took to a platinum level with those 1,000 bonus points, which is absolutely incredible. So they're all the bits that you've got today. Now, another category on the website is our £10 Tuesday. So make sure you head to there and you can grab a bargain in that as well. Now, I've gone on a lot more than I wanted to because I really want to get over to the lady herself, and we're going to have a look at exactly what the Gemini II is all about.
I'm really excited to be here and explain this to you. And so to be on the launch, let me just bring the Gemini II in. Look how easy that was. So first things first, you've got a different profile. So it's a different shape. And of course, we've got the new pops of raspberry colour, which is great. It's called the Gemini II because there are a number of features and benefits which are now different than the original Gemini. The first one to talk to you about, because it's my favourite out of all of them, never mind that it's faster and quieter and we've got a full-length optical sensor, my favourite are these glide feet, because that now means that you can move your Gemini machine on your craft desk with one hand, flat hand on the top of the machine, and you can move it wherever you like, and it's effortless. You no longer do you have to pick up, heave and carry your machine where you want to go. You can just push it out of the way, craft in front, bring it back, craft with it there. It's very, very easy, especially if space is limited for you. So you've got your 4 glider feet on the bottom. We've also included these fold down platforms. We didn't have platforms on the original Gemini. You said that you would like a platform because you like your plates to be supported when you put them in and when they come out, so you don't have to catch them and you don't have to balance them yourself. And it allows you to just get them positioned perfectly. So we've included the fold down platforms for you. And then inside of the fold-down platforms, we've included magnetic closure storage compartments. You can see there I've got my crafters 9-inch and small snips in there. So you can use paper, card, dies, tools, scissors, bone folders, whatever it is that you want at hand when you're die cutting can go in those storage compartments. I must just mention the closure of this storage compartment is magnetic. You can see that little magnet there, and that's so it's easy to close and it's easy to open, and it means that things are kept inside when you close your door. So we've made that to make it easy for you to access that space. So you've got your fold down platforms. What you've also got on the top here is your media stand, and your media stand is to take your tablets and telephones so that you can watch Crafters TV, you can watch YouTube tutorials, you can FaceTime your family while you're crafting by using that media stand. And that, I have to say, I didn't think it was going to be as useful to me as it has actually turned out to be. I rely on that now most of the time when I'm crafting. So you've got your media stand in there. You've also got, underneath that media stand, you have got 2 little storage areas. So you can see you've got a recess at the top there where I've got my loved hello and butterfly die that I use a lot. And then underneath there, you've got another storage area just in here where I've got my bone folder and pokey tool. So you've got 3 different areas for tools and card and whatever it is you want, a whole recess for your dies, your media stand, your fold down platforms with incorporated magnetic storage, And you've also got what we're going to call our confident click buttons. The rubber buttons that we had in the past, sometimes we got feedback where you said you weren't sure if you were pressing it properly. So we wanted to give you confident click buttons so that you know when you've pushed it. And of course you've got your green light which powers up green when you're using the machine, so you know that there's power in there. If we move the machine round to the back, because we've included the media stand, we've given you 3 USB ports in there too. And those USB ports are so that you can charge your devices while you're using them, or you can use them just to feed off the power of using the Gemini to charge or use whatever it is that you've got in your craft room. We had a lady has told us that she uses it for her light up magnifying glass. Some of you charge your telephones and other things. I use it to charge my telephone and tablet while I'm crafting. So they're there for convenience for you on your desktop. They're the aesthetics. The functional things that we've changed for you. You've got now a full optical sensor, and your full optical sensor runs the 9 inches of that mouth, which means that you can now use your plates of different sizes anywhere in that space. In the past, your Gemini Junior plates, your 6x9 plates, would have had to have been fed in widthways. They can now be fed in at any orientation and positioned anywhere in the machine. I'll show you that, and will be fed through, no problem at all. If you've got our 6x3 plates for the Gemini Go, they will also work because of the optical sensor. Optical sensor is a light beam. As long as you cut the light beam, your plates are going to go through. So you're no needing to be worried about manual sensors anymore. So you've got an optical sensor. And then we've changed internally the motor so that your machine is now faster and quieter. It's faster by 21% than the previous machine. It's only a 13-second pass for a full 9x12 size of plate. And then the machine, you will hear when you hear it being used, is quieter. Much quieter than the previous machine. Whisper quiet, we're calling it. So it's faster, it's quieter. You've got it also with your USBs. You've got your media stand. You've got all of your recess for your dies. You've got your tool storage, your confident click buttons, your fold down platforms with incorporated storage, and this brand new profile with the slide feet that will allow you to position this anywhere on your desktop effortlessly. You've got your recesses to give you confident spaces that fit your hands perfectly. If you do need to pick it up and move it, that's a really lovely place to be able to get a hold of it. And it gives you the confidence of being able to carry it securely to its new destination. And then, of course, you've got the incorporated glide feet on there. The 4 little screw holes you can see are for the turntable that we sell alongside. Please only use the turntable that we provide and have tested for holding the weight of the machine, and only use these 4 pre-drilled screw holes to put your turntable on there. That is everything around and about the machine. You also get in the box all of the plates that you need to use with your Gemini 2. Full set of plates. 2 white cutting plates. They need to be white for the optical sensor so that the beam of light is cut. So they've changed from clear to white for that reason. Shim for your thin metal dies. A metal shim for cutting fabric. You've got your magnetic positioning plate and your rubber embossing mat, all included in the box. The 3 plates that have been improved in this box in terms of the material and how long they last are the 2 cutting plates and the metal shim. If you follow our guidance for flipping and rotating your cutting plates after every pass through the machine, your plates will last you 3 times as long as the clear plates did, with the same flipping and rotating. So they last a significant amount of time longer. Your plastic shim 10 times longer than the previous plastic shim because of the change in the material. The other plates, the metal, the magnetic and the rubber, have not changed. They're exactly the same. But if you flip and rotate conscientiously after every pass, as we recommend, 3 times as long for your cutting plates, 10 times as long for your clear shim. They come in the box too. You also get in your box this fantastic little envelope full of stuff. I love the fact that it's colour coordinated, and I love a little envelope with stuff in when I get things home. We just love stuff. So when you open it up, inside you've got a number of things. You've got a little don't forget to register your Gemini 2, which changes your standard 12 months manufacturer, user and manufacturing warranty to 24 months. So you get a two-year guarantee with your machine if you register it. So I would recommend you do that. Follow the instructions on there. We also just say thank you. Just thank you for buying a Gemini 2. We think you've chosen the best machine there is that's out there, and let's make it together. And we are going to be making together using our Gemini 2. You also get, as part of the deal that we've got for you today, your little leaflet which gives you access to the Gemini Club. Would normally cost you £50 or $50. That's included and is free of charge for you. So all of the instructions on how to do that are in there. You get a little catalogue to show you some of the products that will work in your Gemini 2. You already know that. And you get your user guide, which has all of the plate, sandwich configurations and little diagrams, so you're never left wondering and you know exactly what you're doing when you're using your machine. That all comes in there too. So all of the new aesthetics, all of the new mechanical features where we've got faster, quieter, everything we've done on the outside, the upgrades to the plates that we've made, I think demonstrate beautifully why the Gemini 2 will now become the die cutting machine of choice.
I love that. Absolutely. It is your Gemini machine of choice. Absolutely. It is definitely mine. Is it yours? Lots of you are saying how much the machine... look at that. I've just seen on the top there. Can you see we've only 200 machines remaining? That's not many, guys. We had an enormous amount of machines and they've gone very fast today. So you've got 200 machines left to grab these. Otherwise, it could be another month or so before you get the chance to get a Gemini 2 machine again. So absolutely amazing. Now, I have been just told that if you purchase your Gemini 2 machine today and get it with that bundle, that half price bundle as well, remember, we will be dispatching before the end of the week. I mean, that's incredible. We're Tuesday already. Wednesday, Thursday, your machine could be sent out to you. You could get it by the end of the week, which is amazing. So make sure you grab yours today. Lots of you in this afternoon with us, all of you, lots of you saying how much you're absolutely loving the shows. Caroline's in saying hello from Jamaica. Marcia's in saying hello to everyone watching from a sunny Manchester. I think we need some sun up here. I don't think there's any sun up north at the moment. Lisa's in from Oklahoma saying hello. Carol is saying, hi everyone, I love my G2. I have back issues and I like that I don't have to get up to take the plates out of the back. I was wondering if Leanne could put the foil press into the G2 for those of us who have it. I don't think we've actually got a foil press in the studio. If we do, we'll find one for you. But if not, I do know that I think it's Friday or next Friday, Craig is going to be doing the foil press and he's going to be using that with the machine. But if we can find one before the end of the show, we'll get Leanne to do that for you. Sherry is saying good morning from Indianapolis, get my tongue around there. Evelyn is saying hello from beautiful Colorado. Marcia is saying hi, Debbie and Leanne. Been watching most of the day today. You two are brilliant. Really looking forward to this afternoon's shows. That's really kind of you, Marcia. And Terry is saying just here to watch. I have the Gemini 2 and I love it in capital letters. Kendall's saying good morning to everyone. The Gemini, she got her Gemini 2 from HSM. Absolutely loves it. Chrissy is saying, I absolutely love mine. It's a game changer, wonderfully made, and I love the swivel feature. Linda is saying hi again. She sent in some pictures. We will be showing them later, Linda. Denise is saying good afternoon from Swansea. She's saying, can I just clarify with the Gemini 2, do you have to put it through twice if I am cutting and embossing with a die?
Yes, with all die cutting machines
Yes.
you need to.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely. That's the dual function of your die. So you would have to die cut it first, then emboss it. So yes, absolutely. Anita's in saying, hi everyone, I ordered mine early this morning and I cannot wait to get it. Trisha saying, I got the Gemini II from HSN and I love it. I love using it with my mini Go plates for small dies. Yes, which is brilliant. And Leanne's going to cover that in the next couple of hours. And Robbie's saying, I really love that all Gemini plates can be used in the G2. This makes it more affordable for us and not wasting the plates that we already own. Thank you, Leanne. Yeah, and it's a really good point actually, Leanne, because I think the name Gemini stands for so much other things that we have in the business, doesn't it? And to be able to use everything that we've got with them makes it accessible, doesn't it?
It really does, and it was one of the key factors when we were redesigning with the features and benefits, etc. The key thing for me was we can't have anything made obsolete. That was
Amazing.
the main message to the people I was working with. Nothing can be obsolete, because I know if I was a crafter at home and I just invested in all of that stuff, I'd be incredibly flipping frustrated if it was. So that was the main messaging, and everything else was designed around not making everything obsolete.
Amazing. And just following on from that, Susan said, will you still be making the plates for the original Gemini?
No, we won't. Because the new plates work in the original Gemini, and they're an improved material which lasts 3 times as long for the cutting plate and 10 times as long for the shim. And so why would you not want that?
Absolutely.
So we're not going to make the plates for the original Gemini. We're just going to make the new plates. Once the original Gemini plates are sold out, it's these new white plates that you will get, because they work in the original Gemini.
Yeah, absolutely. It's one of my favourite things to say with our tools is because they work. Why wouldn't you want them? One more quick thing before we take a quick break and let you check out your baskets. Susan's saying that she doesn't know what the Gemini Club is. Can you tell us that?
Absolutely. So the Gemini Club is an exclusive area where we will be doing lives, hints and tips, tricks, talking about all of the different things like doing tutorials, question and answer sessions, etc. But it's an exclusive members only area that you would normally have to pay to have access to. The leaflet in the box gives you you don't have to pay the £50 to join, you can just join, but it's an exclusive members only area.
Amazing. And I'll just mention Sim on YouTube. She's saying, hi everyone, I'm so happy to be here because the highlight for me this morning is I love my Gemini II. It was my birthday present to myself. Today is my 50th birthday. So happy birthday, Sim. Happy 50th birthday. So you're in the 50s club now with all of us. Well, not all of us. The kids in our ears aren't in their 50s club. They've got a long way to go. But you're loving it. You're loving the Gemini Club, and you're loving everything that comes with the Gemini, which is amazing. We're going to take a short break now because it will allow you to just check out those baskets so you don't miss anything from Leanne. So take a look at this.
Introducing the Gemini II. Our brand new electronic die cutting and embossing machine has all the power and precision of the original Gemini, but with updated functions and innovative new features. Faster and quieter than ever before, the Gemini II does all the hard work for you. Cut out the most intricate designs in seconds, and all at the touch of a button. Technology to apply higher pressure than many other machines offers perfectly crisp and clear results every time. The Gemini II has the power to take creative projects of all shapes and sizes in its stride. It will cut through a range of materials, from card and paper to cork, thin metal, leather, and multiple layers of fabric. So you can save time on your papercraft, sewing, and multimedia projects. A new and improved optical sensor runs the full length of its 9-inch platform, offering edge-to-edge precision with cutting plates of any size. Pause, rewind, and resume functions take the guesswork out of crafting. Smooth gliding feet make light work of moving and manoeuvring your Gemini II. And a turntable offers 360 degrees of crafting freedom. Neat storage compartments hold craft tools so they're always at your fingertips right when you need them. A built-in media stand and 3 USB charging points invite you to craft along with your favourite tutorials and workshops on your tablet or phone. Easy to use, and with everything you need to get started right out of the box, the Gemini II is for beginners and experienced makers alike. From scrapbooking and home decor to handmade cards, quilting, and everything in between, bring your creativity to life with the Gemini II.
Welcome back to the launch of the Gemini II, the most incredible machine I've seen out there on the market. It's amazing. And don't forget, when you're buying that machine, you'll get 1,000 extra additional points added to your Club Inspire. But we're going to get straight back over to Leann now and see what else this machine has in store for us.
I'm excited to show you how easy it is to cut a very detailed metal die with your Gemini 2 machine. So I've got my plates ready, I've got my die ready, and we're just going to get straight to it. So I've got my 9x12 plate. You can see it's got cut marks on. You want that. It won't hamper how your machine works. Don't worry about it. It means you're loving it and you're using it. I've got my piece of cardstock, and I'm going to cut this very detailed metal die right in the middle of my plate, which traditionally would have been the area that you do not cut your metal die, because you would have reduced pressure in the middle of such a large cutting area. Not with the Gemini 2, which is why I'm choosing to do it exactly like this in the centre, so you can see how efficient it is. So once you've got a place, you're just going to build up your sandwich. So I've got my thin metal die shim, my magnetic positioner, and my final cutting plate. And once I've got all of those together, I just take this over to the machine and I can offer it in. Now notice there, the platform, the fold down platform, is holding that very securely, so that I choose when I want to offer that forward. The sensor, the 9-inch optical sensor, will pick up that plate and pass it through the machine for me. It comes all the way out the other side. I don't have to catch it anymore. It will just wait for me until I decide to retrieve it and bring it out. So once it's ran through and cut, I'm just going to remove my repositionable tape. I can have a look and see how this die has performed for me. So if I pick up the die and then just take away the little pieces, I have got a pokey tool should I need it, we'll see that actually it's incredibly efficient. All of the areas have cut. Nothing has been missed. For the little landlocked areas where the surrounding card holds onto the die cut pieces, I'm pushing those through with nothing more than a rub of my finger. When the areas get a little bit smaller, you can do a little flick if you want to. Or for some of the tiny areas, we can use our pokey tool. None of these areas have not cut. They've all cut perfectly. Just the die hangs onto it around the outside. So take your pokey tool and remove those should you wish to. I'm going to stop there because we can see how efficiently that has cut. And I'm just going to bring a piece of black cardstock in so you can see how beautiful that very intricate die cut is. 5x7 metal die, big die, right in the middle of my cutting plate, lots of tiny detail, and it has cut effortlessly in one pass. Now I must just show you that before we came on air earlier this morning, I used a different die cutting machine, not Gemini, and cut the same die using the recommended plates in the box, in the same position on the plate. So I replicated exactly what you've just seen me do, exactly with a different electronic machine, and that was the result I got, where you can see there's a lot, if I turn it over, area that just is not cut, and that was with one pass. So this would be a difficult die for other machines because it's a lot of detail, it's big, and it was in the middle of the plates, but not for the Gemini machine. It's not difficult at all because you've just watched me do that in one pass effortlessly, in 13 seconds pass of a plate, and that's what you're able to expect when I say you've got the power, precision, pressure, performance that you've always had with Gemini. 350,000 machines sold across the years. You have got that with the Gemini 2, but with all of those added features and benefits: faster, quieter, glide feed, fold down storage, media, USB, full length optical sensor. All of those now come as standard, plus with your improved plates that last you 3 times as long when cutting, and with your shim 10 times as long if you conscientiously flip and rotate as we say you should do. I think the deal today is absolutely exceptional when you look at that £229 or $329, the fact that you're getting that and then your bonus bag at another 50% off the 50%, plus your £50 membership in there. It's an exceptional time, I think, to be taking the opportunity to get this now and not be disappointed before we lose them, because I know that they are going pretty fast.
Absolutely, yes. And actually, if we take a look at that platinum price, £183.99 for your Gemini II cutting machine, which really is, for me, a state-of-the-art machine that's going to do all those die cutting needs for you. That bag that Leanne was just talking about, this is amazing because you get it half price, you can buy it half price, but if you want to get it with your Gemini machine, add that in with your basket. That's the only two things you want in your basket. Check those out, because you will get then that, the magic of the system, you will get that half the price of the half price deal already. So you can see that £125 will then reduce itself down to £62.50 with your Gemini machine. But you must just add those two in together, then check out, and then that will all go through for you, which is absolutely amazing. Now, if you do want the machine today, it will be dispatched today. We've already got this going down, 185 machines left of the Gemini II. When they're gone, they are gone. They won't be coming in for a few more weeks, maybe a little bit longer. So if you did want to grab that machine today, make sure you do. I know lots of you have got it in your basket, so check that out and make sure you put that grab bag with it as well, because you're getting the most amount then from your machine, which is incredible. Now we're going to be taking a little look at what Leanne's doing next. She's just sorting herself out over there. Leanne, what else can this amazing machine do for us?
I thought let's have a look at some different materials. Why not? Because we've looked at detailed dies with paper and card, but it'll cut so much more. And actually, if I just bring this in and show you, these are all of the different materials that you can expect to cut. Now, you don't have to get in too close, George, because I've got the names on the back now. So we're seamless now, George. So the types of things you can cut are 300 GSM pearl card, mirror card, glitter card, mount board, acetate, vellum, card packaging, tissue paper layers, crepe paper layers, chalkboard, vinyl, funky foam, adhesive foam, flower foam layers, hessian, felt, denim, self-adhesive cork, faux leather, leather, fleece fabric, cotton fabric, sticker sheet, shrink plastic, craft metal, wood veneer, magnetic sheet, net fabric, and blankety blank checkbook and pen. Oh my word, I mean really, it's just a fantastic amount, and that is just a soupçon, just a suggestion of the types of materials you're going to be able to use. There are so many others that you will have at home that you'll want to cut, and you can cut, because of the reliability that we build into our machine with the really precise engineering that we include to give you that power, pressure, performance and the versatility of all of those different materials. It just opens up a plethora of different craft to you. Now, I wanted to show you what that means. So I have got a couple of different things to cut out. I'm just wondering, do I use my little plates or my big plate? I'm going to use my little plates for this. Why not? Why not? Because I can. I'm just going to swap them out. We'll come back to them in a second. Here we go. Which is the same as the second, but not quite as fancy. All right, so we've got the two cutting plates that we're going to be cutting with, and because I'm using thicker metal dies, I'm going to use my thin shim, and I won't need the magnetic positioner, I don't believe, but it's there should I need it. I may need the metal when I come to do the fabric. We'll have a look at that in a second. So you're going to take your plates. Now I know that I cut on this side the last time. See, I've done 3 cuts there, so I'm doing conscientious rotating and flipping, and my plate is getting turned over and rotated. So that's flipped and rotated in one pass. That's what we mean about conscientious rotating and flipping. And now I'm going to cut into this side of the plate. Don't worry about any of this marking. It isn't going to hamper or change the way your machine or plates work. You want this. You want them to look like a horrible dog's breakfast, because it means you're using your machine and you're loving your machine and you're getting the best out of it. So this is what you want. Don't be scared by it. So I've flipped that over to work on the other side, and I'm going to do a leather tag and a piece of aluminium can for some mixed media crafting at the same time. So I've got my leather tag positioned there, and that's real leather, and it's a nice, I wish I could give you the sniff test. It's a real nice thick leather, the type you would use for upholstery, not a jacket. Because a thin leather for a jacket, it could be easy to cut, but a thick upholstery thickness of leather, that's what you want to see. A leather tag, a piece of mixed media, I mean that's what you want. So we've got a nice thick piece of leather there. I've got drinks can, just a piece of aluminium, because I like to use that in mixed media crafting. If you are cutting up your aluminium drinks cans to cut, please be very careful because it's very sharp. So mind your fingers when you're doing that. Okay, so I've got my dies facing down onto my materials, held with a little bit of repositionable tape. I don't think I need my metal shim, so I'm leaving it out. Clear shim goes on top. Next cutting plate on top of that, and now I can offer this forward into my Gemini II machine. In the past, you would have had to offer your Gemini Junior, your 6x9 plates in that fashion to ignite the 2 manual sensors. Not ignite. It wasn't going to be in flames. You were going to make them work. You weren't going to set fire to them. This time, we can, because of the 9-inch optical sensor, put them in anywhere and it will work. So you see, even picked it up there just as I was waving it around. So they'll go now through in the long fashion if you want to, which means using all of your different size plates is effortless for you. You see, that went through really quickly. I think that was probably 7 seconds. And in 7 seconds, we've got a beautiful aluminium floral to use for our mixed media projects. That could be a heart or whatever shape you want to cut out. And then I've also got my fabulous leather, real leather tag that has cut effortlessly as well. And that's a really good thickness. You can see there it's rough, that good upholstery leather that's cut out. So you can cut myriad other material. What I'm going to do now is emboss this. So I've got here, is this 3D embossing? Yes, it is. I've got a 3D, just talking to myself, getting all the right answers at the same time. 3D embossing folder with my tag in. A 3D embossing folder takes a cutting plate and the shim. This has just come through, and this was the way it was facing up. So now I'm conscientiously flipping and rotating. So you can see I've turned my plate over. I'm doing the same with my shim, and then this gets fed through to 3D emboss. Actually, did I need my... I don't think I did. So start with the least in your sandwich first. It tells you in the manual that you might need your magnetic shim in for 3D embossing. For a piece of card, yes. For a thick piece of leather, no. So think about the thickness of the material going into the folder before you put every shim in. Start with the minimum, build up if you need it. So offer that forward, let that go through. Take out your tag, and you have got a beautiful 3D embossed leather tag for, you know, for gift giving, for mixed media projects, for whatever it is you want to do. Imagine strips of leather for leather cuff bracelets that are embossed. That would be absolutely incredible. So many different things you can do with the use of a real leather there. Now, it doesn't stop at real leather, because I know there are so many of you out there who are fabric crafters and love to do your quilting. So I want to show you 8 layers of quilting cotton effortlessly through the machine. Now, we include this metal shim for cutting with mixed media dies through several layers of quilting cotton. You can see I've already used it once. Don't worry about this. Doesn't make the plate work in any kind of disadvantaged or less perfect way. You want as many of them as possible and for it to look really flippin' awful and used, because it means you're loving your machine. I'm just holding my down still on my fabric, and then I'm going to build the rest of the plate around it. So I've got cutting plate, metal shim, 8 layers of 100% quilting cotton, 100% cotton quilting, the high quality stuff, not the craft stuff. Then I've got my shim and my final cutting plate in there. Let me just grab it. There we go. That then gets offered through. Now, we say that the machine will cut 6 to 8 layers. We say that because with 100% quilting cotton of the dense warp and weft, the really good quilting cotton, that's a little bit more tricky to cut than a thinner craft cotton. So we say 6 to 8 because we'd say 6 layers of really good quality quilting cotton, 8 layers of a craft cotton is kind of what you could expect to cut out. I've got the really good quality quilting cotton here, and we're going to see how many layers we've managed to cut. You can see that that cut is absolutely perfect, no layers left behind. And we have cut 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 layers of 100% high quality quilting cotton in that Gemini machine in one pass with no additional plates, with only the plates that come in the box. So if you're a crafter who doesn't just paper craft, you can see that this machine will do so much more for you because it's not just about the paper. I just want to draw your attention to this little bit that's left behind on this square. Look how clean that cut and those edges are. This is where my little bit of repositionable tape was, ignore that. But that's really clean. That's how precise the pressure, the performance, the reliability of Gemini 2 is. Look how clean the cut edges are on those little bits that have been cut out. That's ready now to be appliqued by hand or by machine, and you don't have any little whiskers of cotton that you're going to have to trim and possibly ruin your applique shape. It's already done for you. Because this is so precise, with the die cut with the waste pieces, I would be using this for a reverse applique, and I'd be putting little pieces of square, pretty ditzy florals behind or something like that, any kind of pattern fabric, and then stitching round the edge and having reverse applique. So if I'd cut these perfectly square, or it was from a charm pack, I've now got 16 applique pieces for a quilt, and I've got 16 applique pieces for a quilt top in approximately 13 seconds. Now that, I think, is absolutely worth £229 or $329 of anybody's money in terms of how useful this machine's going to be for so many of you, regardless of the type of craft you partake in.
Amazing. Now, are you in the wanting, should I say, to upgrade maybe your manual machine? Maybe an electronic machine is something you've always dreamed about having but never actually took the bite and gone for one. Well, today is your day because the Gemini 2 is launching today on Crafters TV, and it is the most powerful machine I think there is on the market. It is incredible with the pressure. It is incredible with its performance, its precision, everything the Gemini, the original Gemini does, this machine does as well, but it's been upgraded with all that technology inside it. It is incredible. So I think if you just wanted to try today, give it a try. You will get it dispatched before the end of the week, which is incredible. Lots of people saying they didn't realise that. They ordered it last night. They're even happier knowing that it's going to be dispatched this week, which is incredible. You know how busy we are in the warehouse, so I think that's a really good promise from Crafters TV to say it's going to get out this week, which is amazing. The Gemini comes with all the plates that you can need. The machine itself is it's a compact machine. It's sleek, it's fast, it's quiet. What more could you want from a die cutting machine? I know what more. 1,000 extra bonus points. There you go. We'll add that into the mix as well. And if you did want to grab yourself a goodie bag, pop one of the bonus bags into your basket. We have a US and a UK version. They could be the same, they could be different, there could be variations of things. We don't know. What we do know is the value of the bag will be £250 UK, $300 for the US. They will be then half price. In fact, the bag, look at that, $150. You will get that half price again if you're purchasing the machine. So you will get that for $75 in the US, £62.50 in the UK if you're getting it as well. And I can only stress to you the level of what is in this bag. It's a heavy old weighty bag. There is a lot in there that I can't show you. The boss has said not to show you, but there is tons of stuff in there. I counted up to 20 items in this bag, and there's a lot more on top of that as well. So you know that you've got a good value bag there, but you must only put that in with your Gemini to get that extra at the end there. Now, we've had a few testimonials come through, so our Nicola's going to tell us those. We've also got Betsy sending in a picture as well, which is amazing. She got this from the HSN launch on their TS, and the card she made with the Gemini 2. I love your picture there, Betsy. That's amazing. We've got Terry Anderson that sent one in. I love this. She's crafting along with Craig. This shows the real extent of being able to put your iPad or your phone on top of your machine and craft along, and made a beautiful card, Terry. Lynn is oh, Leanne, look at this. She's actually used the glitter paste to actually, look at that, is amazing. I might do that to mine.
Oh my word. I think we need a whole new category on our social medias, Pimpy Gemini 2.
Absolutely. Look
Can you
how nice
imagine?
that looks.
I absolutely love that.
Ah. Beautiful, Lynn. Really love that. I think that might have started a wave of pimping up the Gemini 2s, which is incredible. So Terry sent this in. Now, Terry has sent this in of her plates, which is, like she says, it's a boring picture, but actually she wanted to show you how she's used them since HSN. Look how many cuts are on that plate on the left-hand side. And then there's a very, very slight warping, which is hardly anything at all. And that's because Terry has been flipping and rotating those plates. It does show that does work. Like Leanne says, always flip and rotate those plates and it will be much better. If you do find you've put too much pressure in, you've seen our Leanne take out platforms today to put in the minimum pressure. If you find that you've put in too much pressure and you're getting a little bit of a bowed plate, put that die back in again, but with your plate facing the other way round, and that will help with that warping out again. And it is just a case of flipping and rotating. But if it is a particular die that's made it go quite sort of banana shape, just use that identical die but the opposite way round, and it really does work. That really helps with your plates. Lots of you in today. Robbie is saying yes, the Gemini 2 is quieter, the quieter motor, and the sound of the cuts are quieter too. Robin's saying she purchased her Gemini 2 already and she loves it. Rosalind's saying, Leanne, since you've been on today, are there any plans to bring the stitch machine behind you back? Oh.
I think that must mean the sewing machine. I don't know of any plans, I have to be honest, but I'm not in the thick of that, so I will check and we'll let you know in due course.
There you go, always a good question to ask. Right, we're going to let you check out your baskets because you've got a few in the baskets selling like hotcakes. If you want the Gemini 2, grab it today on launch day. But while you're checking out your baskets, have a look at this.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
I have to tell you, every single person works tirelessly behind the scenes, and I can't just give a shout out to one person because for me it has to be John, Tracy and Jake.
Going to give a shout out to our backstage hero, and I'm actually going to say heroes. It has got to be our product coordination team. It's got to be.
Because without those three people, when we're on air, we wouldn't be able to function like we do. They make sure we have everything we need, right from the samples to the product to having a drink of water throughout the show. They really look after us.
You see us day in, day out, 7 days a week, live on TV. We're crafting away, we're hopefully inspiring you. Every single card, every single product, every single tool that we touch has come from product coordination. Those guys are the unsung hero. They're there making sure we have the products, we have the inks, we have the tools, we have everything that we need. We have the power to actually work our Gemini ranges. The smooth running of behind the scenes of Crafters TV is all down to our product coordination team.
What makes Crafters TV so special is you guys.
It's really special because the The experts are really experts. They're really skilled at what they do, and they want to make sure that the audience also improves on their skills.
Crafters TV is so special because you've got together a really sort of key group of people and people that are very passionate about the product.
Crafters TV is so special because it's a unique community that we have with each other, where we can learn and grow and communicate with each other.
Community, the family spirit, the education, everything to do with craft. We are all like-minded people who share a passion.
I love all the inspiration the demonstrators bring and all the knowledge for us out here.
What makes Crafters TV so special? 100% it's the interaction. No other crafting TV channel or show has the same interaction.
I love the community, I love chatting live, I think that's the best part, and it's gone beyond crafting because we've become friends.
It feels to me to be a really, really close relationship with our customers and viewers.
You guys make us feel like we're part of your family. I've never been on the show before, but one of my friends who I did meet from CCTV encouraged me, and I was on the craft along.
Massive team of people, and I think they've all got their role to play, and it just brings everything together. It allows us to do our job and just love it.
The people, obviously, the people not just here at Crafters Companion, but the viewers that watch us. I mean, everybody. We have this real magical essence about it.
Bye for now. Bye.
Welcome back, Gemini 2 launch, and you're getting it sent out to you by the end of the week. I mean, how fabulous is that? We can't offer you better than that, apart from offering you 1,000 bonus points and maybe a goodie bag, which Leann's going to go through in a little while. You won't see the content, of course, but it is an incredible machine. So if you were hoping to upgrade your machine or maybe go to an electronic machine because you've got a manual machine, today is the day for you. The Gemini 2 has launched today on Crafters TV. It is the most amazing machine with all of everything that you can imagine that you get in with the original Gemini. So all that performance, the precision, the pressure, you're getting all of that with this machine, but technology has come a long way. So we've upgraded it with all those additional elements that makes your machine slicker and quieter and faster, and it's just incredible. But we're going to get straight back over to Leann, who's going to just talk you through what's happening with that goodie bag.
I thought it would be a really good opportunity just to have a talk about the fantastic deal that we've got for you today. Now, of course, you can see, and there's only 170 remaining, so you can see how many's gone in the 40-odd minutes that we've been live on air since we came on air, a lot. So don't hang around if you are interested. You can see the price that you've got on the screen. You've got your £229 or $329, and you can see your platinum prices underneath, which are fantastic because you have that additional 20% off there, $183.99. $263.99. You also get 1,000, it's not a typo, 1,000 extra bonus points with your purchase. And we've seen many people convert to platinum membership today, which gives them another 20% off their CTV price, their Crafters Companion price on the website or on CTV. The purple price is what you pay in the little box when you're a platinum member, and you've got that for the next 12 months when you hit platinum. So you've got that is your price. Now we've got this additional deal for you, which is everything die cutting, everything Gemini bonus bag. And in here, we can't show you the contents because we've been promised upon pain of death to not show the content. It is a surprise, P45s, and the door will be shown to us if we show you what's in here. But it is a really good amount of fantastic stuff for your Gemini 2 machine. And by that will be edgeable dies, creator card dies, it'll be mixed media dies, it'll be stamps and dies, it'll be embossing, it'll be all of the things that you need to put through a machine and get fantastic results. And the value in this bag is £250 or $300 in its entirety. That's how much the value in the bag is. Now, there's a special offer for you today where you can go and buy this bag for 50% off. You're not in the market for a machine and you're in the market for a bag full of stuff, you can go and get this for £125 or $150. Pop it in your basket, buy it, you've saved yourself 50% on the value. £250 or $300 is the value. However, If you buy this at the same time as you buy your Gemini machine today, you're going to get an additional 50% off the 50% off. So there's some rules. Put your Gemini machine in the basket. Put your bonus everything bundle in the basket. And then check out. Don't put anything else in the basket. There's some magical wizardry Harry Potter nonsense going on the website, and it makes the algorithm work. The machine and the everything bundle in your basket, check it out. When you do that, you'll get this with another 50% off. So you'll pay £62.50 or $75. So worth $300, £250, paying $75 or £62.50 for everything in this bundle when you put it in with your machine and you check the two items out independently on their own. Not only that, we're going to dispatch to you before the end of the week. Can you Adam and Eve it? I mean, that is a fantastic deal. To be able to get the machine, which is absolutely brilliant, you've got the great price, you haven't mentioned your £50 join the club for free leaflet in the box as well, so that's also part of that value that you've got there, plus your 1,000 bonus points. That's fantastic. But you know what? Why not stick yourself an extra $62, $50, $75 in and get an everything bundle, bonus bundle, for a fraction of the value in the bag. $300 value, £250 value. If you put it in with your machine and check it out, you're paying $75 or £62.50, which is fantastic, fantastic deal for today.
Yep, it certainly is. So if you want a good deal with that bag, grab those with your Gemini. Remember, just check those out at the checkout, because you don't want to put anything else into your basket. It's incredible value. Now, the Gemini II launching today. It is our not world launch, it's our UK, it's our CTV launch today. It's the most amazing, powerful machine. It's got the Gemini name to it, so you know that you've got that amazing power, that amazing precision, that amazing performance as well. You're getting all your plates that you need in here, including our upgraded plates that last you a lot longer. In fact, 3 times longer your cutting plates and 10 times longer for your sort of cloudy shim. Absolutely amazing. Nicola's saying, if you want proof, go and see what Terry showed us. We had those plates that she sent us through that she's used tons. You can see they're cut all over the plate. What I love about Terry's plates is that every single position on that plate has been cut into that. We're going to show them again. You can see every single part of that plate is cut into, and it means that I think we're a little bit I think we're all like that, Leanne. We're all a bit like where we want to cut into our plate, but we don't want to ruin the whole thing. Yes. So we tend to just stick to one position, but actually what you want to do is put your dies round all the way round your plates, not worry where you're putting them, but just remember to rotate and turn your plates at all times. It's something we've always said, and that still applies for doing this machine now. Right, so let's have a look to see who else is in with us now. Julie's asking if there's any chance of double-sided dies. We still do the occasional double-sided die. I think the last one come out with the vintage butterfly. Sarah done a double-sided die, so hopefully we might get some more of those in the future. You will still need your double-sided plates if you want to use your double-sided dies, but they work in the same configuration, your top and bottom cutting plate, and then your plates inside, which are your double-sided ones with your card and your die inside. Candy on YouTube is saying that she purchased mine as soon as it was on HSN, and I made sure to get one and use it every day. I think that's the thing with your die cutting machines. Make sure you do use them every single day, because they are absolutely incredible. She actually goes on to say it's the Rolls Royce in comparison. Thank you so much. Yes, I think in comparison to other die cut machines, it absolutely is. And talking about Rolls Royce, the rollers on it, see what I did there, Leanne, are, I think, one of my best features. I love them. They're just incredible, aren't they, those glider feet?
They're my favourite thing, and I know, I mean, really, we should be excited about faster.
I know.
Faster, quieter, USB slots, media stand, storage, woo! Rotating plate we can stick on the bottom, yay! And I'm like, no,
feet.
Gliding feet. that is my favourite thing, because it saves you heaving it around a bit.
It's just incredible, and it is quite a weighty machine, and don't get us wrong, you can still pick it up. It's got handles at the bottom and you can move it about, but why would you when you've got that roller feet? Now, for people that have been asking about the rotating turnable base, we will have them in within a few weeks, so we just got to wait a little bit longer for those to come in, and then you'll be able to grab those. But I think you'll have a job knowing which one you want to use, whether you want to stick with your glider feet or you want that rotating board. Me and Leanne are both on the glider feet. Sarah loves the rotating board, but let us know what you love. Do you love that rotating board if you've already got one, or do you prefer the glider feet? I don't think it matters. Everything to you is important to you. But we're going to head back over to Leanne, and she's going to show us a bit more what this amazing machine does.
So we've shown you how to cut lots of different materials, leather, metal. We've looked at embossing leather. We've done the detailed, intricate die cut. We're going to do some embossing soon as well. But I thought, you know what? It's not often we get to show you, and I really want to show you. How about making your own stamps? How about changing your die cuts into your own custom-made stamps? So let's have a look at how we could do that. Now, I've got my 2 cutting plates and my frosted plate, you can see there. And then what you can actually do is I've taken a few offcuts here of flower forming foam. And I'm just going to tell you roughly how many sheets I've got. 6 sheets of my offcuts of flower forming foam. Now, if you don't want to use your flower forming foam for that, because you like to keep it for forming your flowers, that was a lot of flower forming foam in one sentence, wasn't it? You can use funky foam, and you can use 1 or 2 layers of funky foam to do this. I've glued them together. So just use a bit of tacky glue. They're all glued together in a nice solid lump. That's what I've done. So you can choose to use your offcuts, or if you would prefer, funky foam will work just as well for you. I think we need a resurgence. I think we need a revitalisation of funky foam, because I used to use funky foam for a lot. And I loved die cutting sentiments from funky foam, actually, because I just felt it'd give that lovely little bit of elevation on your project. That means project. When you can't think straight, that's what this is, the universal language for bring the word out of the head. So I've put on my little piece, my die cut there with my foam. I'm holding it still with a piece of repositionable tape, and then I'm going to run it through the machine. So sandwiches get made with the clear frosted on top of that, and then the cutting on top of that, and we're going to start running it through. So offering it in. Now, we're cutting a smaller die here. So actually, when I hear that little bump, I know that the die and the foam's gone through. So I can just stop it. I don't need to wait a terrible, amazing long 13 seconds of my life. So long for it to go through. Now that it's faster, I can just bring it back. And so that's like a 6-second pass. 3 seconds in, 3 seconds out, which just saves, you know, that extra 9 seconds that you'd have to wait. But the choice is yours, and you've got the controls on top of the machine should you want to do that. Then what you're going to do is just take off your double-sided tape, bring out your die, and you can bring that beautiful die cut. Just take your time. This isn't like ripping a band-aid off or an elastoplast off. Just take your time, go slow, release it from there like that. Then you would do your little bit of weeding here. So that just takes the little areas out of the centre. There we go. Pokey tool might be helpful. Where did I put it? I think I stashed it away. I stashed it away in my storage. There it is. There we go. Just take that out. So you're taking your time with this. There we go. And once you've done that, and then cleaned off any little areas there, you have made a custom rubber stamp. Now you say, all right, Leanne, it's a bit of foam, die cut. I want to see it stamping. Put your money where your mouth is, kid. So I am going to show you how you would now use that as a rubber stamp. So you're going to take some of your stick and spray, repositionable adhesive. You're going to get yourself a little stamping platform. I've got my stamping mat. There we go. And I'm going to spray the reverse with my stick and spray. I'm going to do it on a piece of scrap card because that's going to bother me when it's messy. on that platform, it would bother me. So on the reverse, I have to be clean and tidy when I'm doing it. There we go. Bit of stick and spray, so that's repositionable adhesive. Now I've got my 4-inch stamping platform. You could use your rocker block if you want to, whatever you prefer, acrylic block, doesn't matter. And then put your sentiment down, and because you've used your stick and spray, you can just make sure that you've got your letters.
Leanne,
yeah,
I think that should have been the other way.
Oh,
I've just realised because you.
Yes, Debbie. And please, somebody's paying attention, Debbie.
Sorry, I should have picked it up a minute ago. As you put
Debbie,
it there, I thought, no, it's the wrong way.
Yeah, that song by Frank Skinner years ago, You're on the Ball. I don't even know if it was Frank Skinner, but it was somebody like that. You're on the ball, you're on the ball. I think it was Frank Skinner. That was you today, Debbie. So we're going to spray this because you need it to be on the reverse. So spray your repositionable spray so you can read it, so that when you stamp it, you can read it.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so we're doing it again. Pretend it didn't happen before.
We never see a thing.
Forget the past 45 seconds, 2 minutes. It didn't happen. Nothing to see here, and we're going to do it again. All right, so I've sprayed it onto there. Now we're going to position it. You can go away because I don't want you to make a mess. There we go. Talking to a little piece of foam like it's an animate object, like it's got a brain and it can talk back to me. Don't we all talk to our crafty tools like that? Then that goes onto your stamping platform and just pop it down. I can feel it's not quite sticking there. The other thing you can do on your stamping platform if you want to is just go straight in with the spray on top of the platform because it can be cleaned away later. Because it's repositionable, you can just spray a little bit on, and there we go. And you can see there that that's in the nice place now. So I'll get rid of all of the horrible bits. Got a piece of cardstock, got my ink pad. I'm just going to use a nice pink one because it's all about the raspberry today, isn't it? Lots of light tapping.
I do love this, Leanne, because when you think about it, how many dies you've got in your collection, we know we love stamps, but what about, I mean, you're literally making every single die that you have, well, most of them, that will cut through your foam into a stamp.
But look how detailed this die is. This sentiment, this birthday. So it could be, you know, your beautiful detailed frame dies. It could be butterflies.
Yeah.
It could, whatever you want, Debbie. It could be an edgeable. It could, you know, if it'll go through the layers of foam, you're going to be able to use it. Just lots of light tapping to make sure you get a nice coverage of ink on there, which you can see I can do. And you see I have because you can't see any more of the green foam. Yep. It's just the pink ink. And then you just take it to your project. Give it a little push.
Voila!
And then voila. Now if you've mixed an area, you could just line it back up again with the platform, and I could see it was at the top of that B. I missed an area, I can go back in and put it in. And so you can make your own sentiment stamps really quickly and easily. I haven't quite caught that T there, so I would go back in, and actually I'd be using my magnetic positioner. I'm eyeballing it now, but you can go back in with this platform and you can put in the extra detail where you need it. You might need to go back and do it a couple of times, but it would be absolutely great.
I love that. What a great technique to learn to do with your Gemini die cutting machine. I mean, it's just something a little bit different, but it means lots of those, especially word dies, you can make them into stamps, which is amazing. So, and lots of people I'm hearing didn't know you could do that. So, in fact, it's a demo that we haven't done for a very long time, Leanne. We used to do it quite a lot, didn't we?
We did.
Showing those stamps. Just another way that you can use those.
Absolutely. Now, can I just show you as well, Debbie? I've got this funky foam birthday cut out here, and I'm just going to show you the thickness of it. Can you see how thick that is? If you're buying thicker stickers, they're quite expensive sentiment stickers, and if you're buying that kind of thing, then you know that can be expensive. Where using your foam done like that and just cutting the sentiments out and not making it into a stamp, just using that as a sentiment on a card is absolutely beautiful. And you can use your foil glitter on top of that. You can use your gilding flakes with the gilding glue and gild it up if you want to. And then you've got these really lovely dimensional sentiments, but they're light. because they're not going to add weight when you're posting it. And of course, they'll take a little bit of pressure and bounce back up again as well.
I absolutely love that. And you're right, Leanne, you forget about those sort of mediums because actually your funky foam, I think we need to try and get some funky foam for sure. Because having those three, I do a lot of my sentiments where I'm matte and layering 3 or 4 die cuts on top of each other. Imagine just cutting them out and you can, like Leanne says, colour them with your glitters, your alcohol pens, your gilding flakes. They're going to look amazing. So lots of people love that demo. Leanne, that is so cool. Michelle is saying it really expands my gazillion dies. Betsy is saying that she loves that idea. And Carolina is saying, what a great tip for using all those little scraps of flower forming foam. That's very true as well, because when you cut your flower form, you've always got those little scraps left over. So a great way to layer them all together and cut them out, which is amazing. Oh, I've just spied our John coming to the studio. So I think we're going to be able to show you that foil press demo in a little while, so you'll see exactly how that goes through. But if you wanted to get your Gemini 2 today, it's $229.99, platinum price £183.99, or in the US $263.99. Remember, you get those additional 1,000 bonus points, which is absolutely incredible. It's the first time I know we've given away that many points in one item. You can see we've now sold some more, so 160 remaining. You are absolutely loving them. We're very busy today, which is incredible, and it is all down to the machine itself, the Gemini 2. Now, if you own a Gemini, the Gemini 2 still has all that performance that you've got in your Gemini. We've just upgraded lots of really cool functions about this machine, and you're absolutely loving them. It still has all that performance, all that precision, all that everything that you expect from your Gemini machine, but we've upgraded the colour, we've upgraded the motor, we've upgraded the plates, and I think the plates are going to be a really big deal for everybody out there because it is incredible. You can use all the plates through here because of the optical sensor. It runs the full length of the 9 inches, so it means that you could put your Gemini Go plates into there as well as your Junior, as well as your normal OG plates as well. So everything that this machine does is just going to enhance your crafting to a whole new level. And honestly, don't take our word for it. Look at all the comments that are coming through. Look at all what we've told you today, all those testimonies. Everyone that already owns one are absolutely loving that machine. Now we're going to get back to our Leanne, because she has some more in store with us with this amazing machine.
Well, I've just been getting myself a little pile of embossing together. So we're going to have a look at how to use Gemini Go plates. We're going to do some 3D embossing on tissue paper, some cut and emboss folders, and a big 3D floral as well. So we've got lots of embossing to do. But before that, ta-da! We've got the foil press plate for you. Now, I haven't heated it up because the heat makes no difference going through. What I want to do is show you that it will go through. So we've got the Gemini 2 here, as you can see. Let's imagine it's heated up. We've got our foil and our die inside. It's gone, beep, I'm ready. And it's ready to go through the machine. In the past, we would have told you not to use this top plate, but to use the extender plate for the Gemini, which fit round here, came out larger to engage the manual sensors. You don't need that anymore. That's not needed. You can say goodbye to that and all of the frustrations that it brought you, because it brought me some too. But trying to get the foil press to work in the Gemini, that's how we had to do it. Now you can just take it exactly as it's been made, with that top plate that comes in as made for the Junior. Take it to your Gemini 2. And that's as difficult as it is. Now, that is why the Gemini 2, in my opinion, is la creme de la creme, because there is nothing that we have done for you in the past that you cannot do, but you can do it in one machine. Now we're not, because of the foil press saying to you, you have to buy a Junior to use it, which is what we had to do before, till we made the extender plate. And then it was, well, you have to buy this, but you have to have the extender plate. All things that were absolutely fine at the time. It was making it work for you. The Gemini 2 takes all of that making it work for you away, and it just works for you, which is absolutely fantastic. And I just need to show you that again. It doesn't have to be in the middle, could be at the side if you wanted to. The optical sensor will take it and it will take it through effortlessly. So now your foil press is usable with your Gemini 2 with no intervention of a different plate needed.
We're
brilliant, isn't it?
speechless. We're speechless. I am actually speechless, and I knew it was going to do that, but I've not seen it. And when you see it go through and glide like that, Leanne's right with those extra shoulders that we needed to put it through before. I was literally just looking and thinking, that's just going to take it, and it blows my mind, so I know it will blow yours. So I think, yeah, Carol's saying thank you so much for showing this foil press in the GT for us, Leanne. And it's saying, will the larger foil press fit in this machine as well?
Yes. Yes, because it was made for the Gemini. So if you've got the larger foil press, it will work in the Gemini 2, no problem at all.
Amazing, yes, because that's got the bigger plates, hasn't it? I forgot all about that one, yes. So, and remember, our Craig next, I think it's next Friday, but I won't be, I'm not 100% on that, but next week, we've all got sort of a show next week where we're going to be showing a highlighted show, but I think it's next Friday. Oh, Nicola's saying it's next Friday. So next Friday on the 9th of June, our Craig's going to be doing a foil press demo. It's a foil press special, but he's going to be doing it with the Gemini 2, so you can see exactly how it works with that. So anyone that's got their foil press, you're going to absolutely love that. So tune in next Friday. Right, Leanne, are you ready for us?
And I must just mention as well, sorry, I'm eating my ham sandwich while Debbie's talking. I must just mention as well that remember in the Gemini Junior we had that heat sensor in there, so that if you put your foil press through too many times it got too warm, it stopped and cooled down. Same technology included in the Gemini 2. So everything that you had before when your foil press was working, you've got here. Nothing compromised, nothing forgotten, nothing left out. Okay, so let's have a little embossing masterclass, should we? Let's do some different bits and pieces. I'm going to start with tissue paper because I really love embossing. It's something quite new to me. Sarah used to do it a lot, and I'll not lie, I used to be like, why would you want to do that? But then I started doing it, and now it's something I can't stop doing, embossing my tissue paper. Because tissue paper I love to use, I'm over wrapping presents. I can't, I'm over it. I have just gift bags with tissue paper now in my life because it's quick and easy. Whop it in, whop the tissue around, gift's done. I haven't got the time to be mitering corners and sticking things precisely anymore and wrapping ribbons around it. I just haven't got the time. So I just can't, I'd rather be doing something else like crafting or crocheting or, you know, watching the I'd rather be doing something else. So now for speedy gift wrapping, for me, it's a bag with ribbons, obviously for handles, lovely, and embossed tissue paper, because it stands out and looks so much different. And sometimes I'll get white tissue paper and I do lots of drops of ink on it with all of my different inky stuff and shimmers and stuff, and then I emboss it, and that's like a rainbow. It looks fantastic. So it's my new thing. So what you need to do is take your either 2D or 3D embossing folder and then just use the appropriate sandwich of whether it's a 2D or a 3D folder. Take a portion of your tissue paper as it comes from the packet. I always just cut it in half and use that because I always kind of boosh it up so it looks lovely in the top. I never kind of wrap it flat, but that's just me. And then pop it through. Now, you may or may not need the addition of your magnetic shim, because with 3D embossing, we would sometimes have the magnetic shim in there. I'm going to do it without, see what it's like, and then if I need to include it, I can include it the next time. So always go with the minimum amount. Take out what you think you might not need, put it in if you do need it, rather than trying it with it in and then taking it out, because that inevitably leads to sadness, and you don't want that in your life. So I've got my 6x9 junior plates now, and because of the optical sensor, can feed them in this way or this way, it doesn't matter. I'm going to go full length this time because you can please yourself. Choice is yours. Run it through and then have a little look. So it's nice, but it's not perfect. So I haven't moved that tissue paper. I'm actually going to add in the magnetic shim. And this is what I want you to do at home. It is start with the least, add in more should you need it. And that way you get to learn what your folder is, what your machine is, what it requires from you to make it work. and you'll be much happier. I have a little notebook actually beside my Gemini 2 and I write down the sandwiches. That's far more impressive. And look, it's gone through all of the layers. So I now have a beautiful amount of embossed tissue paper to wrap my gift. And it's so much more special having that emboss in there than it is just a regular plain piece of tissue paper. So you can emboss your tissue paper for gift wrapping. That's the first thing you can do. That was with a 3D folder. Your 2D folders will work in exactly the same way. I've got a 3D folder here with just a piece of pearlescent card in because I wanted to show you the Go plates. I haven't shown you those yet. So my sandwich for this is the shim, the clear cutting plate and the magnetic, and we're just going to feed these through. And you see, because of the optical sensor, I can put them anywhere and they'll feed through. You don't have to put them at the left, the right, the back, the front, any side. They will just work for you. And you will have a beautiful 3D embossed piece of pearlescent card. That's using your Go plate. So you've seen how easy they are to use. It'll work with die cutting, just the same as it did with embossing. Here we've got a 3D folder, which is just a nice big rose with a piece of mirror card in. And again, the sandwich for a 3D folder would have that. We'll put it in because we needed it before. It's a thinner piece of cardstock, so why not? When I embossed the leather tag earlier, I didn't have that magnetic shim in because the leather's thick. But this is a thin piece of card, and that's what we mean about adjusting the sandwich, the material that you're embossing or cutting, and always start with the minimum. So I know that this was the correct sandwich because we did it this morning. It was had a little chat to me there, didn't it? I was like, and there we go. And look, you can see the level of sculpt on the mirror card is absolutely incredible. And I just have to say, no sweet spot, no hot spot, no missing area of emboss, no high or low in terms of not giving you that beautiful even sculpt that you get from a 3D folder. If I just turn that over onto the reverse, and you can really see there how beautifully sculpted that is, and that every area is of the same depth, where there isn't a little bit of the emboss mist. And then your cut and emboss folders work with two cutting plates because it's a 2D folder. So I've got a cut and emboss folder here with butterflies and a piece of mirror card. I'm going to pop this through between two cutting plates. We're going to wait an awful 13 seconds. I mean, 13 seconds is no time at all, is it? It's so much faster, and you'll be able to hear with all the cutting I'm doing there. I'm just talking while it's working because it's so quiet, it doesn't interfere with the microphone any longer. Let's remove this from the cut and emboss folder, and you can see we've got that beautiful emboss detail, and then where the dies are in the folder, also the die cut area, and how beautiful that design is. So all of your, and that's a big long one, so if there was an area of less pressure in this machine, it would be obvious in this example. There is no areas of less pressure. Your full 9x12 plate, top to bottom, all the way through the middle, even pressure all over the machine to give you beautiful, reliable results like that time after time. That, in the words of Cyndi Lauper. Awesome song from the 80s, that. Yeah, I just, honestly, there are so many things. Sorry?
Did you say awful song?
No, did I?
Oh,
awesome.
Awesome. I was thinking that was an awesome song.
And then you had me thinking to myself, did I call that an awful song? No, I love that song. Cindy's got our Gemini II. Cindy's getting all of the tips for time after time because of the reliability, the performance, the power and the pressure. Cindy knows she is on the Gemini II wagon. I know it, I can tell. She's an awesome quality of woman. This is right up Cindy's street. She's going to be crafting felt flowers for her hats and her berets till her heart's content. I just know it. Are we going to give everybody a little bit of time? So we're going to give you a little bit of time. Debbie's just having a little drink, so to give her a little minute, I'm going to give you the ability to go and check out your basket, because lots of you are buying. We'll have a little update on stock when we come back. Don't miss out, take the opportunity, and definitely get your bonus bag as well, because there is a ridiculous amount of value in that for you. We'll see you back in a minute.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Are we in trouble or are we all right? Should be coming in. Should be coming.
What does she do?
Exactly
What
how
does she do?
he looks.
This is awesome. This is awesome.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
And I watch you every day, and it's just what really gets you through when you're really at rock bottom.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV, create every day.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. What are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
We get to know people from places and walks of life that we wouldn't come across in our everyday life if it wasn't for Crafters TV and doing what we do.
I got so many lovely comments from people when I started doing the presenting, and it was just really such a lovely feeling. And it's nice that people keep messaging in. You know, we see the same people. We know you can build up that kind of relationship with those people. So it's just the fact that people like what we do and they're pleased. And I do love it when people send us photographs of the items that they've made.
We talk about customers, but really they go in as a customer, come out as a friend. The support that I get is amazing. The messages I get are amazing.
Me personally, it is personal interaction. I've never had the best of health. I've always been open about that with our viewers at Crafters TV. So many people are in the same situation as me health-wise. Other people have got a completely different health issues. They understand and they relate to what I'm going through, what others are going through. So whether we interact on a crafting basis or whether we interact on a health basis, a personal basis, we're all there to support one another. It is incredible.
The reaction of viewers when they come to meet us is worth all of the early mornings when we have to get up for our early morning shows.
Some of the customers come on as craft ambassadors and things like that, craft along with us, and being able to actually chat with them on air. Love it. I really love that connection with them.
We've had lots of shows where we've done like craft alongs, especially where we've had viewers craft along with us. We had a particular viewer, Joy, who joined us once before, and she literally made me cry on air, and Joe, because the things she said about us, it really was quite humbling that there are people out there that watch us and invite us into their living rooms and really treat us like family.
Welcome welcome back everyone. It is Crafters TV. It's the launch of the Gemini 2. If you've been sitting on the fence and you're not quite sure, don't worry, Leanne's going to talk you through some more about this, how amazing this machine is. 154 left, and that literally is left until we have another shipment in. So if you do want to grab your machine, make sure you do it today. You can see there that you're getting your upgraded machine here, the Gemini 2, all your plates in that amazing raspberry colour. The upgrade on the plates is very significant. It's absolutely amazing. You're getting all your booklet there. You're getting your join the club. Now the Gemini 2 comes with a craft club that's normally £50, $50, but you don't have to pay for it. It will go straight into there. You just have to register your machine. It's £229.99, but look at that platinum price and look at the bonus points. 1,000 bonus points, which is incredible. Also, if you're buying the Gemini 2 today, we have this amazing bonus bag. Now, the bonus bag is half price, and it's half price for everybody. But if you buy the Gemini 2, pop that in your basket, pop the bonus bag in, just those 2 items, you will be getting your bonus bag for £62.50 in the UK or $75 in the US, because you're getting another 50% off of that half price deal, which is incredible. I think that's a really good bag to go for today, so make sure that you check that out with your machine at the checkout, just those 2 items, because all the magic in the on the system will make sure that you get that additional half price on there as well. Lots of people are saying they've got the machine, they've already got their 1,000 bonus points. A lot of people are saying it's took them up to platinum, so whatever it takes you up to, it might go up to that next tier, but it's going to be an amazing machine to have. Now we're going to have a good old talk around this machine and find out a little bit more about it from our Leanne. Leanne, what have you got over there?
So I thought we'd just take an opportunity to talk about the new features and benefits, Debbie, and to have a look at what comes in the box as standard for anybody who has just been joining us. So I've just been getting my plates ready there so I can show you them, and I've got my box contents, so we're ready to talk about it. Now, let me just bring in effortlessly the Gemini 2. So effortlessly. No longer do you have to have muscles like Garth. I didn't have to pick that up and drag it towards me. I didn't have to do what is called the Gemini lifting noise in our house, where I go because I wasn't having to pick it up to do that, because it is just absolutely effortless. It really is. And it's effortless because we've included on the bottom of the machine 4 glide feet for you. And I was letting you know in the wake-up call this morning, I had an epiphany when we were developing the machine. I bought a new leather recliner sofa, Tret ourselves, about 2 years ago now. And we were working on the Gemini 2 machine, thinking about new features and benefits. And when I went and bought it, the lady in the shop did a very good job of selling me the additional glider feet that I needed to be able to move the sofa and get the hoover behind it, because it's heavy. And we were working on the Gemini 2 features at that time, and I thought, oh, if you can put glide feet under your sofa and move it with one hand, what else could we put it on the Gemini? Would it work? Yes, we could, and yes, it works. And I have to say, it is my favourite new feature, Debbie. I absolutely love them, because these glide feet make the moving around of the Gemini on your craft desk easy. So you're crafting away, you need it out the way while you do something else. Away you go, Gemini. Come back, I need you again. And look, I'm doing it with the flat of my hand. I'm not anchoring my hand anywhere. It's very easy to do. So that's the first feature and benefit, your glide feet. You've also got 4 little holes on the bottom of here, which are the spaces for you to screw in your turntable. Turntables will be available for you very soon. When you get the turntable, only use the one we've manufactured for you, and only use those 4 screw holes. Okay, by the way, when I get to the point where I tell you how to register your Gemini to get an extended warranty, that's the sticker you need, and it's got your unique serial number on. That's where you get your new unique serial number when you register it on the website. Okay, point it out while I've got it upside down. Right, so that's one of them. The next lot of features and benefits for you, of course, you've got the beautiful new shape. You've got that lovely little raspberry flash round there. You've got the perfect white, 50 different swatches of white. Who knew there was that many to get the perfect one? We've also included fold down platforms for you, which support your plates as they're going through. It means that you don't have to hold on to them or have strength to be able to do that. It supports them going through, and it supports them coming out of the back as well. So you've got your fold down platforms. Your fold down platforms, because they're there, have incorporated tool storage. So you can store in here your scissors, your tools, your bone folders, bits of scrap card, your favourite dies. Whatever it is that you want to store inside there, you can in those two fold down platforms. And these fold down platforms have magnetic closures. You can see those two little nodules there. If I just turn that and show you here, there we go, has a magnetic closure. The reason I wanted to make sure it was magnetic, I've worked with these type of fold-up storage platforms in the past on other machines not manufactured by us, and they have little plastic clips at the side, and I can never get it open. I've had to use scissors to lever it, and I didn't want that for you, which is why it's magnetic and very easy to do. So you've got your fold-down platforms on the top of the machine. You've got your confident click buttons, and we've done that so that you can confidently click and you know when you've pressed it, and they also blend in with the top of the machine. We've included on the top a media stand for you. This is your media stand, and it will take your tablets and mobile phones or whatever it is, however you get your media. Perfect for tablets and mobile phones. That's what it was developed for. That is included, and that means you can watch Crafters TV while you craft, you can watch YouTube tutorials, you can whatever social media you want at the time when you're crafting. If you want to FaceTime and chat to your family while you're crafting, or your friends, maybe you're in a virtual craft group where you all get together and 10 of you meet on a Wednesday night and craft along together. Do your virtual craft groups on your media stand while you're crafting and showing everybody what you're doing. Absolutely fantastic. So you've got your media stand, and I'll just fast forward to a little peek at the back. Because we've given you the media stand, we've given you a way to continue using your media if you're an all-day crafter. I'm an all-day crafter. When I get going, I forget when to stop. And so I would need to charge my media. So we've given you on the back of the machine 3 USB ports, you can see there, so that they feed off the main power when it's plugged in the wall, and you can charge your media that you're watching and 2 other devices at the same time, all from the power being fed to and through your Gemini machine. USB ports on the back for you. So that's the media stand. I've used I've got one of those 9x12 big iPads. And I use my big iPad on here regularly, no problem at all. On the top of the machine, underneath your media stand, you've got a little recess here that I was very keen on including. I drove, actually, our manufacturers, I would say a little bit insane, with the demand for a recess for my dies, because they're like, you can't do it, Leanne. It's interfering with the rollers underneath. And I'm like, you'll make it work because it's important. I want it. And they came out, but Leanne, it's going, buts don't feature in my vocabulary when we're making a new machine. Make it work. And so eventually they made it work. And we've got the little recess for the dies, which means they don't fall out and wobble all over. But your little favourite sentiment, your little favourite butterfly, your little favourite embellishment, whatever it is, all kept there for you nice and neatly. Plus you've got this great deep little storage area here for bone folders, die tools, pokey tools, whatever it is, all stored in there as well. And then lovely and cleanly covered up when you close your media stand. So they're all of the aesthetics. They're all of the visual things that we've changed in terms of features and benefits. Then what we've done is inside the machine, we've given you a full 9-inch optical sensor in there, which means that you can now use your smaller plates anywhere in the mouth of the machine, and the machine will pick them up and feed them through. You don't have to worry about it. And so you're not having to always rotate your plates to the full width to make them work like you did with your Gemini. You're just going to feed them in whichever rotation you want, and it will work. So you've got a full 9-inch optical sensor in there, and then inside the machine we've upgraded the motor, which has made the machine 21% faster and also quieter. So it's faster, it's quieter. There's a 9-inch optical sensor. There's fold-down support platforms for your plates with incorporated storage, a media stand, storage on the top, USB slots, and glide feet, all included with the machine. They're all of the improvements and features and benefits on your machine. Add to that we've also improved the plates. So the plates that have stayed the same are the magnetic, the metal and the rubber embossing mat. No improvements to them, they're the same. Our 2 cutting plates and our thin metal shim, thin metal die shim, frosted shim, the material on these has been improved, and if you practice conscientious flipping and rotating, which is what we advise, and that's a flip over and a rotate every time you put the plates through the machine, the white plates last 3 times as long as our previous clear plates, and the frosted shim lasts 10 times as long as the previous frosted shim. So you get much longer between having to replace your plates, a really good amount of time, and so the plates have improved, all of those features and benefits on the machines, and it's faster and it's quieter. Why would you not want that in your life? That's what I'd like to know. Because it really is, I think, the best there is when it comes to die cutting. Honestly, I think the best there is, because you get reliable power, pressure, performance, and we put our name by that. We put Crafters Companion by that, and we put Gemini by that. We hang our hat on it, and we are confident that we deliver it to every single person who buys a machine. To be able to get it today at the fabulous value you see on the screen, with the platinum price there as well, and have the option of that fantastic bonus bag should you want to add it in, I think it's a fantastic time to get it. I know so many of you are, and it's the time, isn't it? It's the time to get it, especially with 1,000 bonus points, because 1,000 bonus points has the power to convert you to the next level of membership in the Crafters in the Club Inspire, and I think that is also an exceptional deal today.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Everything Leanne said. In fact, for me, I don't know what else you could have done to this machine to make it any better. It has everything, including this new incredible white colour. The beautiful raspberry colour that we've put with it is just beautiful. Also having all those extra qualities that Leanne has mentioned, but more for me, that upgrade in those feet, being able to glide it across your craft desk, having the extra plates, the tension on the plates means that they're going to last you a lot longer. They're going to be incredible. We've only got 147 now remaining, so that is going down. You're loving the machine. You can get it platinum price today, £183.99, or if you are in the US, $263.99. Incredible value, especially when you're getting those 1,000 points, which is amazing. Just one quick question from Cheryl. She's asking if you know what the platform for embossing a stencil would be, Leanne, in this machine.
Yes. Now, off the top of my head, it's exactly the same as the previous Gemini, no different. So I am going to say that it is a clear cutting plate, and then rubber embossing mat, metal plate, rubber embossing mat, card, stencil, frosted shim, clear cutting plate, and then you're good to go.
Amazing. Yeah, like Leanne said, exactly the same as your original
Exactly
Gemini.
the same as the other.
It's the same as if you're embossing a die cut, so it would be the same thing. Lots of you are in. I can't see any more questions. Just Jeffrey saying happy Tuesday to us all, and Teresa saying that she's loving the embossing folders, and are they still available? I have to say no. They were the macro embossing folders that you was using, wasn't it? They sold out because I never even got them either, Leanne. I was very disappointed. Amazing embossing folders. Right, we're going to head back to Leanne for just a quick more on the machine itself before she has to hot foot it over to Hobby Maker. Oh, she's got a stencil. I mean, it's like magic in these studios.
Everybody needs a Liam in their life. That's what I'm saying. Everybody needs a Liam in their life. We've got this stencil, and we're going to go and work out the exact sandwich for you, and we're going to share it with you in the 6 o'clock hour. So come back to 6 o'clock and we're going to show you exactly the correct sandwich, because I want to make sure that I've given you the right information. So we're going to go and check the information I've given you and then show you it in the 6 o'clock hour. Now that's back to Liam. He's going to go and check it for me because he's amazing. See, everybody needs a Liam in their life.
There you go, absolutely. Right, we're going to go back to the Gemini in just a second. We're just letting Leanne set up for the next demo. If there's anything that you wanted to know, then obviously let us know. If we cannot answer any questions in this one, we can do it in the later show. Just to reiterate that if you've got old Gemini machine, say old, we don't want to call it old, do we? If you've got the OG, you've got the original plates, they will go through this machine. In fact, any of your plates will go through this machine because the optical sensor will pick them up. So your Gemini Junior plates, your Gemini Go plates, and your original Gemini plates will all go through there. Going forward, we're only going to be bringing you the new plates, but they will all work in your OGs as well. So you haven't got to worry. One will go in the other and vice versa, so which is amazing. And that's exactly what we want. We don't want it to cost you any more money. But we're going to head back to Leanne. She's just got a few more things to show us before. Can you believe it that we're heading to the last 15 minutes, Leanne?
I mean, it's just flying, isn't it? I don't know where the time's going. I wanted to show you mount board again because a number of you really loved the mount board frame that we did in the earlier show. So I thought, let's just have a look at how we do that. So I've got my plate, and you can see the last time I did the frame, I cut it on this side, so I'm conscientiously flipping and rotating. I've flipped and rotated over. I've got my mount board, proof. And then I've got my 2 mixed media nesting dies here, and I'm just going to position them to make myself a nice die cut frame. I've got a little bit of my repositionable tape which I'm just putting there just to keep them still and stop them wobbling around when I put it through the machine. So the plate sandwich for mixed media dies is, you could have the metal in there, you don't need it for this. I only ever use the metal when I'm cutting fabric or a very intricate die from maybe from a different manufacturer that aren't etched at the depth we etch ours, and I need that little bit of extra oomph. I'll use it then, but it's rare that I use it. So I've got the cutting plate, dies facing down to the mount board, metal shim, not metal, frosted shim, I beg your pardon, and my final cutting plate, and then they're going to get fed through the Gemini II.
Super quiet.
It's fabulous how quiet it is, isn't it? I have just stopped and talking sometimes, and we'll put that through so that you can just hear how quiet it is. And also really good for George, because you don't have to keep cutting my mic, George, when we're using the machine, which is marvellous. So I'm going to peel that away. You would take more time instead of ripping it off like I did, but then we can just push out these mount board pieces from the mixed media dies, and you can see I've created a mount board frame which can be decorated with your gilding flakes, with the painting techniques that Sheena shows you. You've got another mount board piece there that you can decorate up. So very easy to cut much thicker mount board if you want to, using your mixed media dies. The amount of materials, let's just remind you very quickly, the amount of different materials that you can cut with this, and this is just a soupçon, a suggestion of the different ones that we've cut out to show you the variety. There is so much more. You will be able to cut so many things for your mixed media crafting and cut them with reliability and pressure and precision. And you can see here pearl card, mirror card, glitter card, mount board, acetate, vellum, card, packaging, tissue, paper, crepe paper, chalkboard, vinyl, funky foam, adhesive foam, flower forming foam, hessian, felt, denim, self-adhesive cork, faux leather, real leather, fleece, cotton fabric layers, sticker sheet, shrink plastic, craft metal, wood veneer, magnetic sheet, and net fabric. All just a suggestion of the different things that you can cut, but the possibilities are endless. And you see me cut the mount board there really quickly and easily. I just want to show you through the demonstrating that we've been doing over the shows, I just want to put my plates and show you what conscientious flipping and rotating looks like when it comes to the bowing on your plates. And I want to show you that. You see there's a little bit of movement because I've done some mixed media dies, but not a lot. And it will stay like that for a long time. You just need to conscientiously flip and rotate, and you will get so much more time from your plates, 3 times more in these white ones than you would have got with the same amount of flipping and rotating with your clear plates.
I love that, Leanne, because actually what I always do myself is I use a separate set for my mixed media, and actually what that's showing is you don't need to.
No.
both of them is quite amazing. Cindy is asking if she installs the turntable and then at a later date she wants to remove the turntable, is it easy enough to put back on and off again?
Yes, the 4 little screws, they're self-tapping screws, they're pre-drilled holes for you, so it literally just screws in and screws back out again. No problem at all. I'll show you on the bottom of this machine because I've got a turntable on this one. So this is, oh hang on, I'll take the power out. And this is what you see, I'm having to do the Gemini with this because when you use the turntable, the glide feet no longer work. So there's the turntable. If I just move that to the side, there are the 4 little screws that you pop in place into the pre-drilled holes that we've included for you, and that makes that turntable work. And this turntable is tested for being able to withstand the weight of the Gemini and much rotating.
Amazing.
So please don't go and buy something that looks similar from Amazon or anywhere else and just screw it into the bottom of your machine, because you could be screwing into a cable. You'd be very sad if your Gemini 2 stops working. Please wait, get this one from us and screw into the holes that we've provided for you. Because you've got a little bit of extra depth there, your glide feet are no longer work with your turntable. It's a choice of glide or rotate, you don't do both.
It's a difficult one. I think you've given us a difficult choice to what we have to choose. I mean, I love those glider feet. I think for me it's going to be perfect. But I also love the rotating turntable as well. So it's going to be a bit of a tough one to know what to do. But the good thing is like me and you, if you've got your Gemini today, I've got mine. When you get it home, you'll be able to test out those glide feet, see if you really like them. And then at a later date, which is going to be a few weeks at the moment, getting through the turntables, you can then purchase it and then see which one you prefer, which is no problem whatsoever. But today we do have the Gemini 2. It's the launch. We don't have the plates at the moment either, but you do get a full set of plates inside your Gemini. These can be used with your original Gemini as well as your original Gemini plates working with this machine as well. Now you're getting entry into our club for absolutely free with that, and I've just seen that up the top. They're up this top here. 140 remaining now, so you've been buying them in this last couple of hours and absolutely loving them. The Gemini itself, you know the name Gemini is a trusted name. It's been with us for 7 years. 7 whole years we've had the Gemini, and it literally did revolutionise the crafting world with die cutting. It was the machine that had the most amount of pressure, unrivaled pressure, which is incredible in the market today. It cuts everything like a breeze. And if you've got another die cutting machine, you might find that it's a great machine, but you've got used to it. It means that you might have to cut your die 2, 3, 4 times sometimes to get that perfect cut. Try switching to the Gemini today. You will find that that cut, that precision, that power of the Gemini, because we can't put any more pressure in this machine. It's got the most amount of pressure we can do, but we have nailed it in terms of performance, how it looks, everything that's been updated with it, which is absolutely incredible. But we've only got a few more minutes left of the show, so we're going to go back over to our Leanne, who's going to show you exactly what else this machine can do.
I thought we'd have a look at one of our concept dies, because we've showed you some regular die cutting, haven't we? But I haven't shown you a concept die, if you like, so an edgeable or something like that. So I've got an edgeable all lined up for you, ready to go, on a half-fold piece of Centura pearl, and I've just taped and positioned that edgeable on the edge of my card. And running a die through like this, a detailed die, horizontally, would be the type of thing that the die cutters would be like, oh, can't do that, needs to go through vertically like that, because all of the extra pressure that I'm going to need. It's not a worry when you're using your Gemini 2 machine, because we make sure that you've got all of the power, pressure, performance and reliability that you need in a Gemini machine. So I've got my folded card base, I've got my edgeable die in place, and I'm holding it still with some repositionable tape, making up my sandwich for a thin metal die. Have not included the metal cutting plate because I don't think I need it. If we put this through and it hasn't quite cut, then we can, of course, add the metal shim in. But I just want to show you as well, because that's a thin die at the top of my card, I don't have to wait for this whole platform to go all the way through. I can pause it and reverse it, and that just means that I've done that edgeable concept card in 6 seconds rather than 13. So you can use the buttons to control the machine as well, should you wish to. So once I've done that, now I'm just going to remove my repositionable tape. I'm not going to take care doing that. You will take care at home by doing it slowly and keeping it parallel with the cardstock, and that means you don't damage the surface. Let's get that out of the way. There we go. And then I'm just going to take away the waste card. You can see that's come away very easily. And then the reveal with the detail, look at how detailed that is. And I'm just going to take my pokey tool. Because this is such a detailed die, there are little landlocked areas where the surrounding card hangs on to the little die cut piece. But if I just turn that over, you can see all of those pieces are actually die cut. And you would just take your pokey tool or your die cleaning brush, whichever you prefer. None of these are not cut and being held onto, they're all cut. It's just a matter of releasing the detail. And I'll stop there because it's a boring thing watching somebody with a pokey tool, I have to say.
And that's a very intricate die, isn't it?
It's a very, very intricate die. And I wanted to show you that because I've got here's a bit of black card. I wanted to show you that because that's us putting our money where our mouth is. The level of detail cut horizontally on the plate with no metal shim. That is the reliability and the performance you can expect from your Gemini 2.
Absolutely amazing. Leanne, thank you. Everything you've told us about the new Gemini 2 has been incredible. We'll see Leanne back here this afternoon, well, this evening really, at 6 p.m, along with me as well. She's going to be hot-footing it onto the next studio. She's a very busy lady today, and next on the Hobby Maker channel. Lots of you in today. We've had so many lovely testaments. Sorry I have not been able to read them all out, but lots here. I'm going to read one from Sandy here, which says, I love my Gemini 2 for all the reasons that everyone keeps mentioning, but when it means that the most important thing to me is buy-in from such a reputable company that always puts the customer first and whose customer service can't be compared to any other. Crafters Companion listen to what we want and what our needs are, and they took an already incredible machine and made it much better. The new journey is fun, exciting, and I've been so inspired by all the posts in the Gemini Club and the Facebook groups. I absolutely love that. That's so nice of you to say that. Terry is saying, thank you, Debbie, thank you for Leanne for making sure that the other products are not obsolete. I bought a bunch of clear plates when they went on sale. And Terry's also saying that the favourite thing about her new Gemini 2 is the frosty shim. That's been improved immensely. Absolutely zero warping, and it still looks brand new. These are testaments from people that have already owned or already have the Gemini 2. So if you've got your machine on HSN or QVC, then you'll know what just the most remarkable machine this has been upgraded to. We didn't need to put any more pressure into a machine. The Gemini had the most amount of pressure that we could ever have, but what we could do was improve on the technology of the Gemini, and I think the team have nailed it with this Gemini 2. So if you love it as much as we do here, make sure you grab it today because there's not many left. The price today is £183.99 if your platinum price, or $263.99. You're also getting your additional 1,000, and that's not a slip of the tongue. There's 1,000 bonus points on there. Oh, and don't forget your goodie bag. You want to grab those, put that in with that. You'll get another 50% off the price if you buy those two together. Check out both of those together. Nothing else in your basket, and then you'll get that additional 50% saving on this goodie bag. And boy, is this a weighty goodie bag. It's got loads in there. Now, this afternoon, we're going to be back at 6 p.m. So join us for another launch party, which has got some amazing things in there. I'm going to be seeing for the first time, because it's my first day back today, the new floral outline dies. And Leanne has got loads to show us in that show. So it's going to be a nice, fun 2 hours later on. So join us back in 2 hours' time. We will see you then. Bye.